Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Tovia, and if you're new here, welcome. I hope you take a moment to subscribe. So today we are going to be making pepper steak with onion. We're using the beautiful Zojirushi Electric Skillet. So I'm going to turn my skillet on high, which is 430 degrees, and this is ceramic coated. So it's non-stick, it's a titanium ceramic coated, which I really like that. I like the fact that it's not Teflon. So I've already started preheating beforehand, so I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of oil. You can use olive oil, vegetable oil, sapphire oil, coconut oil, whatever oil you desire to use. So I have two green bell peppers that I've julienned, but I didn't do a really thin julienne, but just a nice size julienne, so that way you'll have a bite to the peppers. So I'm going to cook the peppers for about 3 to 4 minutes. So I've been stir frying my bell peppers for a few minutes. It's been about 3 minutes. You just want to get the cooking process started. It will cook a little bit more when we put the whole dish together. So I'm going to remove it and set aside. So I'm using beef chuck shoulder. It's thinly sliced. I'm using 1 1/4 pounds of this particular beef, but you can use any type of beef that's thinly sliced, and your beef needs to be at room temperature. So I sliced it it's about 1.5 inch strips, and I just cut them vertically. So I'm not going to put all my steak in there, but I am going to put half of it in there. You don't want to reduce the temperature of your pan. So while the steaks are sitting in the pan, we're going to use some kosher salt. I say about a 1/4 teaspoon to a 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. And I'm going to add in about a 1/4 teaspoon of freshly ground pepper, black pepper, or you can use white pepper too. So when you put your next batch in, you're going to season it the same way. And then I'm going to let everything sit in the pan for just a moment, so that way everything can come back up to temperature, and we'll get a nice beautiful sear. Okay, so as it comes back up to temperature now, I'm going to just keep stir frying this until it's done. So I'm going to just stir fry this for about another 2 minutes, and we'll be back. So my steak is now finished cooking. So I'm going to remove this steak, and then I'm going to cook my remaining steak, and we'll be back once I'm finished with it. So while my steak is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and prepare the last bit of my ingredients. So I'm going to put in about 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch. To that I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of low sodium soy sauce. We're going to take it up to 3/4 cup of low sodium soy sauce. So 3/4 cup of low sodium soy sauce. And then I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of water. I'm going to also add a couple of tablespoons of sugar, a 1/2 teaspoon of chicken bouillon. I'm going to give everything a stir. Now for the sugar, you want to use brown sugar. I don't have brown sugar on hand, so I'm going to add some molasses to this, because brown sugar is nothing but sugar and molasses. And I do have a video showing you how to make your own brown sugar instead of buying it at the store. So during this time we have this crisis, it's perfect to be able to make these little homemade things. So my steak is finished cooking. I'm not going to add any more oil to this, because I think it's fine the way it is. So I have an onion that I just cut into quarters, and I separated it. So I'm going to add the onion to it. I'm just going to cook that onion for about 2 minutes, just until everything starts to turn translucent. So my onions are becoming translucent. So what I'm going to do is just add all my prior ingredients back to my skillet. It smells amazing. So now I'm going to pour over my soy sauce mixture. And I've been working on high the whole entire time. So I'm pouring over the soy sauce mixture. I'm also going to add in some molasses. Like I said, we're using brown sugar. So I'm going to mix everything together. And then I'm going to let this come up to a boil and let everything thicken. And I'm going to place the lid on this. So we'll be back in about 2 to 3 minutes. So this has been going for a couple of minutes, so I'm going to turn off my grill. And I'm going to give everything one final toss. So now I'm going to plate some up so we can give it a taste test. Alright everybody, I'm going to plate some of this up. Please subscribe to my channel, ring that notification bell, select all notifications if you aren't subscribed. That way you can keep up with all of my updates. Shout out to Maywanda Seagrave. She is fighting cancer. She's a wonderful friend, wonderful supporter. She's really been here at the beginning before my channel's really got as large as it is. So please keep her in prayers, and prayers to everybody that was affected by the recent storms. And if you're affected, you know, you or a loved one are affected with the virus, please, you know that I'm praying. So I'm serving this with white rice. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a taste. I love how the peppers and the soy sauce, when it comes together, gives a nice sweet aroma. The steak is really tender. And got those beautiful sweet and savory flavors. And this is cheap and affordable. So there you have it. How to make pepper steak with onion. Thank you so much for watching and supporting. And please be safe.